Big win for us. Really proud of the guys. We started off, Loyola started off extremely well. They were prepared. Coach Leffler had his guys ready, and they were clicking, early in the game. And they were tough to guard. They were getting by us. Got some easy baskets, drop-offs to big guys. Their guards did a really nice job of being aggressive and attacking us. Made a couple of mishaps in transition. There was a little bit of a lid on the basket for us. Couldn't get one to quite go down, and that put us in transition defense quite a bit. And then our guys began to settle in. In the timeouts, they were very good. They were very poised and talked through, situations and how we could do a little bit better. And, I thought our guys made some nice adjustments. And we were a little bit too aggressive on defense. We were reaching too much. We were going for, kind of home runs on defense a little bit, as opposed to just being a little bit more solid. And I think as the game wore on, our guys were able to follow that, part of the game plan, and clean up rebounds, and force some hard shots, even get some shot clock, get them deeper into the shot clock. And then offensively, we were much more free. Sometimes there's a risk when you play 40 minutes of zone, against 40 minutes of zone the game prior, and then you have a little bit of a prep for the next game, or shorter prep for the next game. There can be some lulls from that because it just is slower. And our flow game was not very good in the first half. And, we saw some clips at halftime and showed the guys some clips of kind of how the ball was sticking. And we got it going. The guys, to their credit, got it going in the second half and really started moving that ball. 19 assists, only 11 turnovers. That was certainly a goal of ours, in this game and every game, was to take better care of our ball. I haven't done that, extremely well so far this season, and it's going to be something that we need to do.
Alrighty, so to start off with, the freshmen today had a pretty big role. Jennings had a really big role on the defensive end.
Yeah.
And Hill came in, got some buckets, and even Bamboye came in, played some really good defense. Could you kind of speak on to how in this non-conference the freshmen have gotten a lot of minutes so far to develop early on?
Yeah, I think it's huge. Anytime we can get them in the game, and get them valuable time, there's no substitute for that, right? The experience that you gain, the situational experience, your ability to follow a scouting report and really listen and process and implement that into the game, and without losing yourself, right, and how you play. And I think what you saw today with Terrence was he was a little bit on his heels in the last game. And, we all talked to him a lot about, hey, don't lose yourself and who you are. When you get in there, play your game. Like, you're an aggressive player. And we want you to do that within the confines of how we play. And he was way more comfortable out there. And, freshmen are going to have some ups and downs, right? They're going to have some moments where they doubt themselves a little bit. And you really have to stick with them and try to give them as many opportunities as you can. Certainly with Phil's situation, it was imperative, that those guys step up and play well, and they did. Luke, it was a great stretch for Luke. I hate that he got hurt and wasn't able to go back in the game. But I'm sure he'll be fine. I haven't talked to J-Wall yet about that, but I would have put him back in, in the second half. Firm, sometimes he gets going in games and he doesn't really need a blow. Like, he does a really good job of just, weathering the storm of being tired. Jack had a whale of a game, certainly from a scoring perspective, and he was involved in a lot of plays. Max was incredible. Max, 3 shy of a triple-double. He's just making winning plays for us, and the transformation that he's made on defense, I can't, congratulate him enough, for the plays that he's making for our team. The steal and layup, the rebounds, the assists, he's just done a really good job.
Okay, you guys are playing very well as a team. but we all know you guys are a new team, and the chemistry is very apparent that it's there. What goes on behind the scenes that allows for such chemistry to be produced on the court?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time together, I think that's first and foremost, and we all like one another, and certainly love one another and treat one another well. And so nobody comes in, on a given day and it's like, oh man, I don't want to be here today, They have a genuine care for the program. They want to perform really well. And they know that they can't do it themselves. And, it takes a team, in order to do that. And I think we've been able to reach back to some experiences from last year already. Tonight was one of them. We're walking down the hallway and Michael Bell is saying, we're up 6. All right, let's not act like we're down right now. Well, last year we had some games. We were beating Boise and it was like we were up 2 and it was like, a funeral in there. And you're going to have some games where it's tight at half. It just is what it is. Like other teams prep and get better. They learn more about you, and they have really good halves, and you have to adjust. You have to adjust. And I thought our guys did a great job, today. Even in the timeouts, Joe was talking because it was kind of the first time we've been in a tight situation in that first half, and he was very, very good with the guys, and encouraging them to play our game. And I think it's you develop it on the court, you develop it in the film room, all right, by taking responsibility for what you're doing and accountability. You do it off the court, when they're together. In their where they live, when we eat together, when we travel together, there's times for us to do that. We had book club 2 days ago, run by Dr. Aziz. It was his go, and so there's a lot of different ways that we do it. But certainly what's most important is their time on the court together as it relates to getting accomplished what we want to get accomplished. But I always want our guys to, and everyone within the program, to cherish, the time that we have together, because this team has one life, and we want to do the best we can with it.
Since at least 2009, this is the first time that VCU has started off 4-0 with 20-plus points leads in each of the games. Could you kind of speak to both the defensive and offensive progress that you've seen for the team?
Yeah, certainly the defensive progress. I think we're getting better on offense, and the numbers will tell you that. Today we were better from a assist to turnover standpoint, but the defense has been there, right away, and these guys, have practiced really hard since June, to implement this style. And the pressure up the court, full court, I mean, you saw it was all the way to the end of the game, right? And, they understand what they have to do. Now, certain teams are going to attack it different ways, and we learn through those experiences, right? And today, we certainly learned a lot, and we'll learn a lot from film, but, we're not trying to compare ourselves to any other VCU teams. We're proud of every VCU team that's taken the court, right? And this is this team's time, and we want to make the most of it. And we're off to a good start, but we have a lot of tough games coming at us, and we've got to keep getting better. Speaking of honoring previous teams, we have Joey, Rodriguez coming back and getting his jersey retired, well-deserved honor, for him, and I know he congratulated all of his teammates, but that's the next home game in Siegel. So, that's a great opportunity for our fans to come out and show support, not only for this team, but for somebody, he and his teammates and his coaches, that have meant so much, to this place. And we definitely need everybody there and in support of that.
One more question. You guys had a little bit of foul trouble in the second half. Going into your game against Mill, how do you plan on limiting that?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have games where guys get fouls, right? Phil's was unfortunate, right? Phil didn't go back in the game. We had it kind of, in a place where we needed it at that point, and so it wasn't necessary for him to go back. He's got to be better, in that situation. He's a very emotional player, and when I say that, I mean in a positive way. And sometimes that can get the best of all of us, right? And none of us are immune to having moments where we get irritated. Especially that's what competition is, right? You're tested in a lot of ways, and he made a mistake there, owned up to the mistake, and he was over there cheering as loud as anybody I heard, every second, on that sideline, which was great, to see. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I just got one. Coach, you guys outscored them 47-27 in the second half. What was said by you or any other players during the half?
Nothing profound, right? Again, we were up 6 at half, and I think was that the score? Yeah, and we felt good about that, and certainly we didn't feel great about it. Because we know we can play better. And so it was just a matter of, getting in front of the guys and talking to them about, what are the areas where we can improve, right? Not gambling so much on defense, all right? Being better and more solid on that end, not fouling as much. Offensively, getting that ball moving, right? And being better in pick and roll. We weren't very good in pick and roll in the first half. And then you saw we were a lot better, and played more together. We got in the paint more. We moved the ball better, all right, in the second half. And so it was just a matter of us, playing our style of basketball, and doing it to the best of our abilities and trusting one another. Because there's no 20-point plays, right? And there's times where, you can get antsy, because you're expected to win or whatever the situation might be. And, you want to dominate, and sometimes that can get the best of you. And how you dominate is you do it play after play after play, right? And they just begin to add up. And so I think that's what you saw in the second half, was our guys really following the game plan and not giving up anything easy and forcing really hard shots. And then we were able to get out and go, and transition.
Anything else, Coach?
Yeah. So Firm had the challenge to guard their team's leading scorer.
Yeah.
And for the most part, honestly, he only shot 3 for 13, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The stat is. Could you kind of just speak to how Firm has kind of ascended to the team's paint protector?
Yeah, I mean, he blocks shots. He knows what he's doing back there. He's energetic. He's quick enough to keep the ball out of certain spots. And he's physical. He's really worked on his body. And I'm proud of where Firm's at right now. He's getting better. Every game, and we certainly need him back there. It was good to see Luke back there as well. Blocking some shots and making some timely plays. One of his better stretches of minutes, and we definitely need those two guys. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.